Thank you, gentlemen. From fun in a virtual world to fun in the real world, guys. So I know everyone was really excited. I mean, the celebs came out. Obviously, to meet David Coulthard is really cool. Formula One legend. He's contended a title before, an absolute gem of a man. But the best thing about that day was everyone was talking about bringing Formula One back to South Africa.
Yes. They have to do that.
Imagine.
They have to. We have the scenery. We've got the action. We've got the infrastructure. We should definitely get a Formula
And we've got
One.
the petrol heads.
And we've got the crowd.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, the numbers were staggering. Apparently, at all the different points, up to 50,000, almost 60,000 people kind of milling around this incredible scene. As you saw streets that we all know so well in Cape Town, that we often see taxis going up and down. Now with a Formula One V8 Aston Martin Beast, and that sound is unmistakable. And they even played the sound of the national anthem with this engine.
I heard it on social media.
Wow.
Dude, it was mind-blowing, but I think the best part about all of this was it was Cape Townian. It was our street, it was our town.
Right.
We're even going to claim it was our David Coulthard, it was our Red Bull Cape Town street circuit. And you have to see it to believe it. Smell the burning rubber if you can. Every year, Formula One visits 21 countries to show off the awe-inspiring majesty of these modern marvels of technology that are Formula One cars, of course piloted by the cream of the crop when it comes to drivers. And while South Africa hasn't officially been added to the Formula One circuit as yet, and I say yet, it doesn't mean we won't be able to get up close and personal with these awe-inspiring machines. Thanks to the Red Bull Cape Town street circuit and Formula One legend David Coulthard, these iconic streets around the Grand Parade are going to be echoing with the sounds of one of the biggest engines ever put inside of a car. It's race time, baby. How are you feeling about what's about to transcend the Cape Town streets here, man?
Today, of course, is the big day, though. This is probably the first time for many South Africans where they will get to see and hear a Formula One car. And I promise you, you're in for a treat. It's the V8. It's the loud one, and the sounds of that car are going to be bouncing off all these buildings. It's going to be incredible.
How excited are you? I'm feeling like a 4-year-old child at the moment. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like a 3-year-old. No, I'm very excited. I'm very pleased, very happy. It's not every day that David and his team are visiting Cape Town and that sort of thing. We would love to see that more often. But let's say it's a good start for us. We do have an awful lot of people in Cape Town loving motor racing. I'm a motor racing lover myself and that sort of thing. So I'm very pleased to be connected and intimately involved with the best in the world.
Well, some might think that the car is the star of the show, but if you've been following Formula One for a lifetime, then I think you will certainly feel that the legend sat beside me might just steal the show today, but he's probably got the best job in the world. David Coulthard, thank you so much for joining us. If I'm feeling like a little child today and just hearing the car and getting a sense of the occasion, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm very proud to have this opportunity well into my retirement. It's 10 years since I raced in Formula One. I'm still part of the circus. I travel around the globe talking about it on television because I still have a passion for motorsport. Sadly, the body and mind are just not capable of competing against the greats of today. But big thank you to Red Bull for giving me the opportunity to still come and do events like this, get into the race suit, take the car to the heart of the city, and what a great city you have here, one of the most iconic backdrops of anywhere in the world. The welcome has been spectacular. So we're going to do 3 runs today. We show a little bit of the speed, create a little bit of smoke and energy and excitement, hopefully, and for those who are fans, they'll get it straight away. For those who aren't, I'm sure the noise of that V8 singing around the streets of Cape Town will capture their imagination.
For us to be the epicenter of the Formula One world, just for a moment, how important is that?
Very important. You know, the people who run Formula One will definitely be watching this event. They'll be speaking to the Red Bull team afterwards. What were the crowds like? What was the response like? What was the social media response like? And I think that is going to factor into their decision. And there's been some really good movements around F1 coming to South Africa. A guy called Jean Todt was here. Now, he is one of the biggest people in motorsport in the world. He came to check out Kyle Lamy a couple of weeks back. So things are moving, and make yourself counted, because all of our voices today are going to help, I think, bring an F1 race to South Africa.
What do you think of the Formula One the V8 sound, brother.
I told you about this earlier. I got concussed today, so I don't think I should be here. So my head was just spinning, man. It's incredible the amount of noise this thing's made. Especially like when it turns around and the steps on it. It's amazing, bro. It's really thrilling.
We know that front row forwards are possibly the most athletic people on any rugby field because you've got to carry a lot more weight around with you and you've got a power to weight ratio. What do you reckon that car, that V8, how does that sound to you, bro?
Yeah, no, I mean, when it drives past you, I was sitting about 15 rows back and I could feel the vibration. That's how powerful that thing is.
I promise you. I mean, the first time the Red Bull car went down the straightaway, it was just goosebumps. And even for a guy like me, who's two wheels is life, and I love throwing my life in danger. That was a goosebump moment of note. It's just to hear it in Cape Town, in front of our best monuments. Only Cape Town can produce crowds like this and energy like Red Bull's brought on today.
Well, you and I savor one last moment with that Formula One legend. As I want to say, as the dust settles, but I think it's more the smoke clearing and the rubber settles on these Cape Town city streets. I think it's safe to say that while those engines, that V8 engine will echo through these Cape Town city streets for a while longer, Formula One is going to echo through Cape Town and South Africa long after the day's activities are done. I'm left asking myself the question, is it time to bring Formula One to SA? I think so. He's proven himself to be a gentleman and an absolute exponent of Formula One, and the Cape Town fans, the South African fans, have embraced it. What a day.